Time we stand up.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Very tight.
Okay. Mr. Henderson?
I have a few
Mr.
still.
Duco?
Here.
Mr. Rowley?
Here.
Mr. Votak?
Here.
Mr. Hendricks?
Here. Approval of minutes?
Motion.
Second. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Duco?
Yes.
Mr. Rowley?
Yes.
Mr. Votak?
Yes.
Mr. Henderson?
Yes.
Mr. Hendricks?
Yes. Treasurer's report.
One sec, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go out.
It's okay.
I'm still trying to get used to this agenda.
Yeah, it's a little tough, but I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Okay. Treasurer's report. We have the check register report, as well as the fund balance report, the receipt register report, and the monthly board report, and the bank reconciliation. Donations received were $250 from the Eagles for elementary, $100 from the Eagles for junior high cheerleading, $100 from the Eagles for high school volleyball, $50 from M. Susan Fringer for the Rob Perkins Scholarship, $500 from Mark and Maria Fringer for the Rob Perkins Scholarship. And these donations were for the John Wood Scholarship in memory of Susie Holloway, $100 from Rosalie and Gordon Kurtz, $40 from Burnham and Flower Agency of Ohio, $50 from Ralph and Jeffy Herter, $25 from Lucy and Ralph Schwartz, and $25 from Michael and Cheryl Nicotera. We also have some budgets to approve: newspaper, market day, drama club, choir, yearbook, and I think that's it. That's it, right? I don't see anything else.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Motion. Second.
Discussion.
On the drama club, I would like for us to consider picking up the cost of copyright fees.
Okay.
Just because it's a nice function that they do.
Okay.
I mean, we want our students to be involved in the fine arts. We pay a minimal supplemental for
Yeah,
that.
it's not much.
I think we should have some skin in the game. That it's kind of like a cost of doing business. So that would relieve them from fundraising.
That'd help out.
I'd like for us to consider that. I mean, I don't know what anyone else.
I think that's a good idea. How many plays do we do a year?
One.
We just did one? Okay.
Yeah.
Jen, could I ask some questions about the cafeteria? So, a couple things, and I'd like us to consider this also. Maybe after the holidays, when we get past year-end close, I'm wondering if we could have maybe like a workshop or a meeting with the nutrition group. Like, do we know how many lunches we have to sell just to break even? Like, and you don't have to answer that. I mean, I'd like to kind of like know that, so that how much does it cost to cover their fixed costs? How do we handle the inventory? You know, is that our responsibility? Is that their responsibility? And what incentive do they have to lower costs if there's no competition and the districts are just transferring, you know, to cover their costs? So I don't see that relationship happening. So I'd just like to get a little more involved in that and find out more about the expenses and how all that works. So if we could do that after we get through year end.
We can do that.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a problem.
That's all I have on the financials.
Roll call.
Mr. Rowley?
Yes.
Mr. Duco?
Yes.
Mr. Henderson?
Yes.
Mr. Votak?
Yes.
Mr. Hendricks?
Yes. Michelle, is there anybody? I can't get out. It was too fast.
Dan, you want Alex, you want to check? That's my fault.
No business. Sorry. That's all right.
No.
Student achievement report.
Middle school and high school. The following seniors have been selected to participate in the Capital University Honors Ensemble in Columbus, Ohio on November 17th and 18th. They are Jacob Wilson and Ashley Smith. Nearly 250 community members and veterans attended our 9th annual Veterans Day Assembly and Breakfast. Outstanding performances by our high school band, choir, student speakers, and guest presenters were enjoyed by all of those who in attendance. Congratulations to newly inducted National Honor Society members. Tommy Cornbaugh, Lindsay Rance, Ashley Smith, Anna Wilson, Kaylee Eastick, Roman Ferry, April George, Sean Greathouse, Ashley Brzezicki, Abby Hall, Gianna Herhold, Emily Shar, Alex Waterbeck, and Maggie Wilson.
Great. New business.
Do you have your superintendent's report?
Superintendent.
Oh, superintendent's report. Sure that.
Skip it over.
You said you wanted to pass me.
I do. We have that going. So it's been a great start to the month. We had a professional development day. We had Bridges Out of Poverty. Then we had a wonderful Veterans Day program. I know JD, I look at Kevin because JD Career's 93, 94-year-old father was here, a World War II veteran. Many people make that their destination to come to LEETONIA's Veterans Day Assembly. People from Salem will tell me that it's every year that this is what they plan on coming to. So great job by Mr. Rudinsky for setting that up, as well as the staff and students that do the presentations. That was a wonderful ceremony. And we started the mentoring program, which started out very good. So we started the 10th grade mentoring program. The next one's December 7th, I believe. And we appreciate that. Early board meeting this week. It's a great time of the year. You see the turkeys in the hallway. Thanksgiving's decorated. You go. It's always a pick-me-up to go by the band and the choir and hear the Christmas music getting started. So it's always a great time of the year, and everybody's preparing for those. I mentioned those 3 activities because I don't know if everybody knows everything we do to advertise the school. They're shared in the local newspaper. Front page of the Veterans Day Assembly, which we appreciate. Displayed on the TVs, and I thank Michelle and for helping with that, and Mrs. Dunnigan helps put those on as well. Also, Mrs. Dunnigan runs our Facebook and Twitter account. I said that right this time because it's written down right in front of me. And many parents and community members, in a positive manner, is shared. The way Facebook works, I'm not sure. Can they comment on ours?
They can, but I normally don't allow comments on it because I would prefer just to be
Right.
a page for information of what's going on in the school. So I have control of the comments.
So to go back to those, thank you. To go back to those 3 events, and I think this is pretty good. Like I said, I really do not know anything about this. The Professional Development Day had 207 hits of people that appreciated it, said thumbs up or whatever.
Does everyone know what that means?
No, I don't. That's why I'm looking.
207 people looked at it.
Oh, looked at it. Okay. Veterans Day Assembly, 548 people, and the mentoring session, 294, and then our middle school newsletter. Mr. Work does a video newsletter. 550 people looked at that. So I think that's another great way to get the information out. Larry and I were, and Dan and Jennifer at the Capitol Conference, and we were looking at schools that do this, and like I said, I know we do it. I don't know to what extent, but then I did some research, so it's very good. And Michelle was down there too, by the way. Starting by technology, I want to give you a quick update, then I'll be done on the one-to-one initiative. All 8th grade, thank you, and 9th grade students have Chromebooks, and the teachers are doing a great job integrating their classroom. I know in digital middle school newspaper, I look forward to it every time it comes out. I was down there today, and they're working on the Thanksgiving edition, so I'm waiting for that one. I like great job because they give the articles, then they'll do surveys, and they'll do bar graphs, they'll do percentages, and they integrate the math into the digital newspaper, which is, I think, is an addition to the writing class, which is nice to have that addition there. Also down there, ACT prep activities, also down there, Genius Hour, which I found out more about today. They're looking stuff up on how to do. I didn't know you could find out how to do about anything on the internet. Skin a fish, crochet, it's amazing. I may have to never go back to Home Depot again. My Life U.S. History project, Technology Through the Ages, where the students are creating Google slide presentations and compare and contrast technology from the past to current days. Also writing a brief report on the technology interventions of their choice. they're going to share their Google slideshow in the class. First grade, not just those, but other students using technology besides the 8th and 9th. Students are virtually connecting to a live video conference with the Mariners Museum. And third grade classes are learning about energy and creating a slideshow through Google, which will be presented in class. Also want to update you, we had the first photography club meeting last night. 16 students showed up. So that was promising. So we just talked about that last board meeting. I'm going to end with Alexis is going to talk about our new online menu system, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So our new online menu system, we send them out all the time, pass them out to the students. Now I'll pass out a flyer. It is called NutriSlice. This is actually our school's menu. You can access it. There is an Android and an Apple app you can download for free, and you can see all the menus on it. I have it on my phone, and it's pretty convenient. It's very user-friendly. So this, for example, is the elementary menu for November. And what's really nice is you can hover over the menu item, and then you can see all of the different, how many sugars, proteins, carbohydrates. It's really helpful for students that have to watch carbohydrates, if there are different medical conditions. Also, what's really neat as well is they have allergens that you can filter. So let's say you can't have milk and eggs, for instance. They'll show you all of the items that you can't have. They'll cross it out for you. So it's easier for the parents to see it, and it helps the nurse and us as well, so we can kind of see. So parents can go through with their students at home to go through the menus. So it's really convenient. It has all of the drop-down menus here that shows all the fruits and vegetables we offer, and then it'll have any special announcements that we have as well. So I just wanted to let you guys know, show you the new update. Like I said, you can download it on your phone. You can also see here, you can rate how you like the food, and it helps us so we can see what's popular with the students, what's not popular with the students, and we can menu what they really like. So it's been a great tool so far. We still are printing off the menus, and we're working with the accompanying NutriSlice to make it a more printer-friendly menu, because right now it's mainly used to do like the digital side of it. So we do hang our menus still up on the cafeteria wall, so we are making it more user-friendly in that sense. So it's really, like I said, it's very user-friendly, and it has the carb counts. You can print them off for the whole entire week. Wow. That's great. I worked with Mrs. Stelz, and it's definitely been a big help for everyone. So that's all. I just wanted to let everyone know about that.
Thanks, Lex. I appreciate that.
Is that an app, or is that an app?
Yes. Yep. I actually.
Can it be linked to our website?
It is.
It is?
Yes.
So that's basically how it's getting pushed out to parents, is through our website.
Yes. The same way they accessed the menus before, they can access this. So.
When is next month's up?
Next month's will be up about next week.
So it's like a week or two before the...
Are the kids using it?
They are aware of it. Some of them are using it. I'm going to be pushing it more. It's, like I said, it's new. They have to iron out a couple of things. Yeah, but it's become a lot smoother for them to use, so.
Are you done? Did they speak? Is she speaking?
Nope.
She done?
We're done.
New business.
Okay, new business, I'll do 7, A, B, and C together. Personnel, approve Kelly Paxton's request for maternity leave, approximately February 5th to April 30th. Kathy McCoy is a classroom volunteer, and a list of winter volunteers.
Motion?
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Rowley?
Yes.
Mr. Henderson?
Yes.
Mr. Votak?
Yes.
Like
me last month. But she's a volunteer.
It's a volunteer,
So I didn't know if that
I would
meant-
So you're fine.
Okay, abstain.
Abstain. Mr. Duca?
Yes.
Mr. Hendricks?
Yes.
So I did pull this one out. We're going to do 8 and 2. I'll do 8, 1, and then 2 and 3. So 8, 1. Approve the following. Let's volunteer too. We'll probably do that together. But A1, boys and 8th grade basketball coach, Larry Duco, retroactively as of 11/7/17.
That's volunteer.
That's volunteer too. So we'll do 8 altogether. Jeff Kibler, American Government, end of year test tutor, and Josh Faulkner, 7th grade head basketball coach at step 0.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? Does Larry have all his paperwork in?
Yes, he does.
Roll call.
Mr. Rowley?
Yes.
Mr. Votak?
Yes.
Mr. Henderson?
Yes.
Mr. Duco?
Abstain.
Mr. Hendricks?
Yes.
Okay. Nothing in substitutes, nothing in students, new business. 11, use of facilities. Ed Ridgway, EOC to hold All-Star Selection Football was on 11/7 in the lab. Adelaide Ridge held a parent meeting, which was last night, I believe. Melissa Brock, Lassa basketball practices, and as well as the basketball tournament in January.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion?
What's that, Dan?
Roll call.
Mike and Dan, yeah. Mr. Rowley?
Yes.
Mr. Votak?
Yes.
Mr. Henderson?
Yes.
Mr. Duco?
Yes.
Mr. Hendricks?
Yes.
Okay, 12A, B, C, and D, new business. It's a snow removal contract for 17-18 with BNS Terrain Contracting. The second final reading of the attached policies. We have the first policy of 6144, as well as a resolution to support Senate Bill 216.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, I'll go through a couple of these. First, the policy 6144 is on investments. It changes the percentage you can invest and
In commercial paper.
in commercial paper from 25 to
For
40.
some reason, it was not part of the original policies Neola sent to us.
Yeah.
So when I asked them about it, they said they were working on it, and we could go ahead and do the readings on it and then send it to them, and they would update it. Because Ohio Revised Code allows you up to 40% commercial paper now. And the gentleman that wants to do our investments would like to put as much in commercial paper as possible, because that's where most of the interest will be made.
Risk is low too.
Risk is low in everything because we're only allowed to invest in so much, but it'll be better to put it in commercial paper than say a savings account or something like that.
Hey, as far as snow removal, what's going to be the threshold? Would you have to Dan to be in contact with Bob, or
Yeah,
is it
we-
going to be a 1 inch or
Inch and a half.
inch and a
Inch and a
half?
half, yeah.
How many quotes did we get?
Just last year I got 3 and he was by far the lowest.
How's his price this year compared to last year?
Same exact
Same.
price.
You matched it. How do you work the salt? Because I know with the wear and tear on the lot, I mean, is
He'll de-ice under 1.5 inches, and if it's ice on the parking lot, he'll do both.
okay. Because I know with the lots that we have, the salt really, I mean, you know that, Richard, salt just destroys.
Freezing thaw. yeah.
It does, it destroys it.
Back to Senate Bill 216 for a minute. Jennifer, you think that's a good thing?
That's what I was going to go to next.
Oh, never mind then.
Okay. Do you want to give your opinion?
No, that's okay.
No, go ahead.
No, that's okay. You go ahead.
Senate Bill 216 is a deregulation bill to kind of stop some of the mandates we've talked about. It would reduce, or in the form it is right now, and of course that's going to change, it would eliminate the 30 hours of gifted training that was just passed last year. It would remove value added from teachers' evaluations. So you would have 2 components now. You have the evaluation part as part of a rubric of which the state does like. Instead of just check yes or no, they have 4 categories you could be in. There's also 50% is value added. This bill would take away the value added in that section of teacher evaluations. It will it will change teacher licensure. It right now, for years we had K-8 or 1-8 and 7-12, and then went to pre-K-3 as well as 4-9 and then 9-12. It seems to want to go back to the K-8, which will give more flexibility for the teachers. And it also talks about alternative license and superintendents as well as aides that do not have to be paid by federal funds, not having to meet all the highly qualified credentials. So there's just some of it, as any bill, it will change. Some of those will come and some will go. I know that Columbiana did a resolution. I think we also did a county letter to Senator Schiavone is on the Education Committee. I'm also meeting at 1 o'clock. Ronnie Irucci invited me up to meet with Senator Schiavone from 1 to 2 up at Mahoning County Education Service. I'll be there tomorrow.
Do you know what's going on with Senate Bill 8 right now? I don't know if you got any material.
On the commercial tangible property tax?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
coming out
phase.
of committee, and I think they're gonna offset the traditional schools, so
Yeah.
that none of the schools are actually gonna lose any of the funding. I don't know if there's gonna be like a little bit of slag in the calendar, but eventually the treasurers will be compensated any discrepancy in levels between that and the charter schools, which is, I think that actually comes from the grassroots thing you guys did a year and a half ago.
Right.
That's my opinion.
I appreciate that.
The Senate bill also takes out, I see, unnecessary testing.
Yes, and
Duplicate test?
it also is
Thank
going to
goodness.
address testing. It's also going to address using paper and pencil in the 3rd grade.
No? Yes, no.
What's
What? She's shaking her head.
Jackie's giving her opinion, which we love.
that? So,
Wait a minute.
How do they take the test in the 3rd grade now on the computer?
How was next to Troy?
yeah, it was an option at one time, and then it went back straight to
Computer?
Yeah, they're going to take that away.
That's good.
All right, I'm sorry. That was my summary. Now, so
Mr. Bino, the 30 hours, how did we handle that here this year for the,
well, right now we have the modules through the county, and actually our professional development day on the 27th. There will be maps, and then they'll get 3 hours to work on their, and then they'll get some more hours in March if it's still there.
Okay. Wasn't sure.
We're rolling the dice on that one, huh?
Larry, anything? You good?
On the snow removal, did we ask for, I mean, we put it out for board,
No, I didn't.
so you did.
He
You just went
matched
for
his price last year. The problem with snow removal is the further away you go, the less reliable they are, because they don't know the weather here. He did an excellent job last year. The other 3 companies I got quotes from last year were 10 to 20% higher than it was, and they were further away.
Plus, last year, I don't think we had much in cost because the weather wasn't terrible.
Right.
It wasn't as bad as the year before.
What you could do next year for checks and balance, maybe bid it out again and see if anything changes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably should do that. Just, there could be a new vendor in LEETONIA or something, that would want a chance.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
One year we went out, and because we told them no the year before, they wouldn't bid.
Yeah.
We had that problem too, but
Yeah, 2 of the people I called last year said no, they put bids in the past and they were passed over, so they weren't interested.
What time do you like them out there, about 5?
No, they usually show up around 2 to get everything done.
2. And then if he keeps coming, do they do it once over before, what time's the first bus into the lot?
The buses get here 7:15-ish, somewhere around in there.
yeah, we try to make the call
By the
by
time he does the
5:30.
sidewalks and the lots, he's
He
still-
just
Depends what time Richard gets up.
That's true. Roll call, if nothing else.
Mr. Rowley?
Yes.
Mr. Votak?
Yes.
Mr. Henderson?
Yes.
Mr. Rico?
Yes.
Mr. Hendricks?
Yes. Discussion and information.
Oh, discussion. I have 2 things on discussion. We had discussed preschool. We're looking at 2 things on preschool. One was, and I talked to Mrs. Painter today, at the beginning of the year, they agreed about a rental for preschool. And I'd like to get that discussion started because February is when we approve their letter. Believe it or not, that's only a few board meetings away. Also, we talked about doing our own. I have a spreadsheet, not a spreadsheet, and Jacqueline's been helping me with it. It's a sheet, which I appreciate. It's a sheet that compares other preschools and schools that have tried. It's a little expensive, like I said, but I still think we need to investigate that. So I'd like to, for 2 board members that would be interested in being part of those discussions, to start discussing that. And we'll bring in bears to be, as well as, I also talked to Small Wonders, a little bit about, preschool and what the cost would be. But doing on our own seems to be expensive with my research, but I'd like to get together and discuss it.
I can do it.
Okay, thanks, Richard.
If it's after 3:30 in the day.
Yeah,
I can do it also.
okay. The next is the academic meeting. That's Larry and Michael, and you don't have to tell me now, but I'm looking at the second week in December. Unfortunately, I don't want to put it, I want to do it before we go on break. I know, Larry, you have basketball. Yeah, I know. I know you have basketball, and that's going to be tough. What's better for you? Try to do it
I
after?
think games are mostly Monday and Wednesdays.
Okay.
So other than a game night, we practice usually at 5:30 or 5 o'clock, so.
Okay. Okay. It would be better, is it any day of the week better?
Tuesday or Thursday.
Any of those, yeah. Okay. Okay. After 5 for you, right?
Preferably.
Yeah. Thank you. That's all I have.
What do I need to do? Read this?
You need to go around the table.
Discussion? Larry?
Yeah, the OSBA conference, like Rob said, I was fortunate enough to be able to attend this year. There was a lot of interesting things. Probably 3 of the main things they focused on was technology and hit heavy on Facebook, so I took the time to go up and look at the Facebook, so I appreciate you doing that. I mean, I was up there that day and you had things posted from a half an hour earlier, so a lot of interesting comments on Facebook and all the problems with that. A lot of good things. I mean,
good.
and they said 88% of millennials get their information from Facebook. So, I mean, you have to do it.
Yep.
So I appreciate you doing that.
Thank you
It looks
very
like a
much.
very nice page.
Thank you.
The other thing was technology. I mean, you go into the trade show and there's all kind of things on technology. I mean, they have programs with first graders on spreadsheets, coding in second grade, a lot of good technology stuff,
Yeah.
and a lot of things on board leadership.
Yeah, there's a lot on that.
So it was very interesting. So that's all I have.
Got a lot of steps in.
Yeah, got a lot of steps.
Just a quick note on the behavior of our students in the K through 12. I was at the Veterans Day assembly. It was, a little over an hour and a half, and I sat with the students, and amazing behavior. I didn't hear any yelling, no screaming. Everyone sat up, everyone was attentive. I thought it was very, very impressive. We got an email from Rob. I guess they brought in the K-9 units and did a sweep of the school, and we passed with flying colors. So, I mean, just a moment to reflect on our student body and how wonderful they are. That's it.
Yeah, that too.
Mike? Dan? You always have something. Come on.
Yeah, and these guys did so well, I'm gonna feel sort of awkward about this. I'm getting breakfast requests from Donald Trump, and I know that it's from one of you guys. Please come to breakfast, it's only $3. Please come to breakfast, it's only $10. I'm sorry.
Where is the
Not me.
breakfast?
I'm not opening it up. Then all of a sudden, I got it all the time.
They're gonna start charging your phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything I heard about the Veterans Day Assembly was great.
Yeah.
Comments from faculty, students, people that came, said it was a great assembly. The only other thing is congratulations to Larry, Michael, and
Yeah.
Christina.
Thank you.
At this point, we're going to adjourn to executive session pursuant to Ohio Revised Code, Section 121.22. I hereby move that the board adjourn to executive session for the purpose of considering discipline, employment, dismissal, promotion, or compensation of a public employee with no action taken. The board, superintendent, treasurer, principal, AD, and newly elected board member. If they could stay, we'd appreciate it.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Rowley?
Yes.
Mr. Duco?
Yes.
Mr. Henderson?
Yes.
Mr. Votak?
Yes.
Mr. Hendricks?
Yes.
Thank you.
Jacqueline.
No.
Point of interest. I'm talking to myself.